So as I continue to wring out as much juice as possible from the Tarkov TV on Friday, I'll of course at least make sure to answer as many questions as possible directly, with the number one thing being when. Nikita bounced back and forth a little with the most recent patch timing, so I figured I'd try to clarify it as much as I possibly can. But before we get started, if you guys end up liking this video, please hit the button, subscribe for more, I'd really appreciate it. The no BS answer, nothing added to it, no speculation or anything, is according to Nikita during Tarkov TV on Friday. BSG are currently working on 2 patches for near release. One that will drop sometime soon in April, and one that will include Unity 2021 in May, as well as a lot of other things in that patch actually in May as well. Most of the time when discussing the closer new features, Nikita would directly say what will show up when, with most of the major stuff popping up in that May patch. Unfortunately, Nikita did move around a little bit when discussing the April patch, where he wasn't so sure of what will be in what. English is not Nikita's first language, and he was trying to remember a lot of stuff off the top of his head, but luckily he had a lot of notes for this cast, so when we pay attention to when he's actually reading directly off of those notes, we know BSG are planning a major patch in May at least, and it's possible that they get a smaller patch out in April that we all know for sure right now. For sure, speculation included with this one, TLDR, I think BSG are going to attempt to wipe in May. Historically speaking, if they're telling us May, then it'll probably end up in June, and they do like to wipe in June, so we'll see what happens. Either way, I think the next wipe patch is that Unity 21 patch. Wipe patches always have the biggest and the most important stuff, so that's why I'm trying to tie this into the May patch that Nikita says is the one with Unity 21. He spent a lot of time talking about how Unity 2021 is going to be, quote, the big one, and what features will come along with it, so breadcrumbs leads to this May patch being a wipe patch. However, again, because they're saying it's May, that usually means June when it actually gets to our hands. So if you want to trust that BSG are on top of this and that they're going to be able to release when they say they want to release, then it's going to be May, and realistically speaking, if we kind of look at how they've done stuff in the past, it's probably going to end up in June. Either way, it's hovering right around when I'm supposed to be moving, so that'll be fun. Here's a direct clip from Nikita.
All of the technologies within the Unity 2021 will give us like the additional technologies to optimize, and we will finally have an updated graphics. We will do it step by step, and the memory consumption will be reduced, and everything will be optimized, especially like the whole system, like item storage system, the resources management and everything will be used in this update, and the game will run faster and will load faster and everything. It's like then not like the general engine change, it's like the big one to make it all better. So the nearest patch, I guess April or May 2023, will be about Unity 23. So it's not the only patch that we're preparing. We also will have a big update for the May of 2023.
The patch in April would be a bunch of fixes and prep for the big patch in May, which if they're going to upgrade to Unity 2021, and again, probably wipe, I'm actually limited in ideas of what they would drop in the April patch other than just some various little fixes here and there. Really, I would think it's small bug fixes and maybe some new content, but anything juicy, I would think they'd really want to leave for the May patch, or they just don't end up doing the April patch and the April patch just becomes part of the May patch. Given the confusion here, I'm thinking that's actually likely right now. Nikita also directly listed what they will be working on in terms of sound over the next 6 months, which could pop up either if they end up doing that April patch in the April patch, or at least a solid chunk of it in the May patch.
We decided to move further from the Steam audio and decided to use different technologies, and right now with the almost every patch we change stuff and fix stuff related to sound positioning and everything. So there's a lot of tuning, there's a lot of handwork and everything, because literally it's a pretty expensive stuff in terms of actual development, and also it needs to be done in specific way. So if we will try to fully optimize it, it will lead to drastic FPS decrease. So we need to do it precisely with a lot of like manual reworks. So sound. Plans for the sound system for the next 6 months. Second iteration of sound tuning on location, fixing and refining problems area. Refinement of problem spots on the system, transition between indoors, outdoors, transition between basement rooms, optimization of the algorithm. It's all being done constantly. A subsystem implementing sound diffraction, sound wave around an obstacle, by calculating the virtual position of the sound source. As an experiment, we will try to combine the current system with the geometry bake-in from Oculus. So Oculus has the bake-in geometry, like optimized solution for the sound occlusion. We will try to combine our technology, our system with the built-in Oculus technology. Development of the reverberation zone subsystem. Proper sound in rooms according to the size and materials. Reverberation, like we have like only two types of reverberation, outdoor and indoor, and we'll try to add more of.
Not to forget, the first iteration of the giant restructure of the netcode is going to be in that May patch along with Unity 2021, but it's not going to be finished in that patch. It's just the first part. There's apparently two parts according to Nikita. At some point, I think it's possible Arena starts up where it might not require a wipe for the base game to get going. These Chronicles of Rizzy events seem to be linked to Arena now, and I mean he actually was in Arena in this most recent episode. And the events themselves usually go over the course of a weekend, but the number is barely moving since the rewards were leaked, and the rewards are pretty shit, so people don't want to help. It's been 3 days, and we're just over 10% of the required amount, so if it is a timer, the next event will be in about a month, about 27 days, give or take from now. Maybe they'll speed it up, but maybe not. Either way, I don't see a new event happening until this one is finished, which won't be understood until at least this weekend. If they do speed it up, it will be very noticeable that it's going to drop this weekend, but possibly a few weeks. We'll have to wait and see, and hopefully more people will contribute to speed it up a bit. Unless BSG want the Arena testing to start around a wipe for hype reasons, I think Arena just on its own could pop up any day now as the initial testing. I'll do an updated Arena specific video here soon, so stay tuned. To cap this off, I'd also like to throw my guess out there that based off of what they are focusing on right now and the timing of it.
I said a lot of stuff related to technical part of the game. Sound, optimizations, and networking. So this is the three big parts of the game that we want to make really better, that we want to make almost perfect. So that's why we are focusing on it. And this is the main focus of the development right now. We decided to globally redesign the core of the game, considering like modern technology and everything. So we decided to rewrite the core game with the help of new technologies, because some of the not like the half of the game is outdated in terms of code and everything, in terms of utilization of technologies. So we decided to use new stuff instead of trying to constantly make it better on the old stuff. So this is another big one. It also will lead to many other changes, especially in optimizations, in I don't know, like different kind of improvements and visual improvements also. So yeah, and of course it will be carried on the whole year. Of course it will lead to bugs and everything, but it needs to be done, because I know that everybody wants this.
I bet they're looking to get this game in somewhat of a final state by the end of this year and be eyeballing a full release sometime late next year. What will and won't be included in that will require a different video, so stay tuned. I did, however, go over the full list recently, but the reason why we need a new video is because Nikita did point out on Friday that there were going to be some things that were cut from that list, so we'll discuss the possibilities of what, again, based off of what was said on Friday. Really depends on how this year goes, if they actually are able to meet their goals, and how it goes with the Unity 21, how it goes with the AI tech that they're using to restructure the netcode. It has yet to be seen. But that's all for now, guys. Follow me on Twitter or join the Discord, both linked below for the minute-by-minute stuff. Like the video if you did, sub for more, and let me know what you think in the comments. Check out my other channels for other games right here. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.